bisa kuliah di UT. Setelah jadi sarjana, saya akan pulang dan menjadi entrepreneur yang tangguh.
Meskipun kaki ini jauh melangkah hingga kutub utara, saya tetap memilih belajar di kampus tercinta Universitas Terbuka.
UT menyalawi.
Dengan semangat 4 dasawarsa, UT hadirkan pendidikan berkualitas tanpa batas.
Universitas Terbuka.
UT menyalawi.
Dengan semangat 4 dasawarsa, UT hadirkan pendidikan berkualitas tanpa batas.
Universitas Terbuka.
UT menyalawi.
Can you have an international career? Absolutely, because the learning materials already include national and international standards, such as the International Public Sector Accounting Standards or IPSAS, and its curriculum has adopted the Kerangka Kualifikasi Nasional Indonesia or KKNI and International Educational Standard or IES from the International Federation of Accountants or IFAC. The majority of the instructors are internationally certified by CIPSAS and come from practitioners. How long is the study period on this program? The normal study period is 4 years or 8 semesters. This program also accepts transfer students through credit transfer schemes via the recognition of prior learning pathway. For partnerships, the undergraduate program in public financial accounting has established partnerships and actively participate in national and even global associations such as the Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, Department of Accounting Educators, the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants or ACCA, the Asian Associations of Open Universities or AAOU, and the International Council for Open and Distance Education or ICDE. The undergraduate program in public financial accounting was founded in 2015 and commenced operation in 2017. It is supported by the latest technology, allowing students to pursue higher education while working, enabling students to advance their career or maintaining their current ones. We can proudly say that this program has achieved numerous milestones. Accredited by the National Accreditation Agency for Higher Education, 11 out of 13 lecturers of the undergraduate program in public financial accounting are internationally certified by CIPSAS. Its students have achieved national and even international recognition. 4. An active academic atmosphere with collaborative research between lecturers and students resulting in reputable publication. Furthermore, the undergraduate program in public financial accounting also contributes to bringing about change by organizing the competition of public sector innovations or COPSI. This aligns with the vision of the undergraduate program in public financial accounting to produce world-class, sustainable graduates in public sector accounting who contribute to the global order through the open and distance higher education supported by the latest technology. This makes me proud of the progress and agility of this program. I am increasingly confident in pursuing a career in the public sector, and I am ready to be an agent of change, building the future of public accounting to accelerate better public services.
Hadirnya UT memastikan bahwa setiap warga bangsa berhak atas pendidikan tinggi di bawah kekuatan hukum tanpa adanya perbedaan. Lebih dari 2 juta lulusan berhasil menyelesaikan studi di UT. Kami bangga, sudah 4 dasawarsa UT hadirkan pendidikan berkualitas tanpa batas.
UT selalu berfokus ke masa depan dengan tetap berpijak pada nilai-nilai dan budaya adiluhung Nusantara. Digitalisasi layanan pendidikan mempermudah masyarakat dan mahasiswa mendapatkan informasi mengenai UT. Selain tercetak, bahan ajar juga diberikan dalam bentuk digital guna memudahkan mobilitas mahasiswa. Dengan demikian, belajar bisa dilakukan di mana saja, kapan saja, dan bersama siapa saja. Digitalisasi pendidikan juga diformulasikan ke dalam loka pasar digital mata kuliah yang ditawarkan oleh Indonesia Cyber Education Institute atau ICE Institute. Beragam mata kuliah dari perguruan tinggi terkemuka di tanah air dan mancanegara ditawarkan secara online. Perpustakaan UT sebagai salah satu unit vital di perguruan tinggi menawarkan fasilitas digital yang memungkinkan mahasiswa, dosen, tenaga kependidikan, bahkan masyarakat umum untuk mengakses sumber pustaka secara lebih leluasa. Beragam layanan yang diberikan memastikan student engagement dapat dilaksanakan dengan better, cheaper, and faster. UT pada tahun ini mengedepankan internasionalisasi program sebagai upaya menyejajarkan UT dengan perguruan tinggi jarak jauh berkualitas di dunia. Selain menawarkan program internasional, akreditasi internasional pun dilakukan. International Trust yang tinggi akan meningkatkan kredibilitas UT dan lulusannya. Public trust terhadap UT ditandai dengan terus meningkatnya jumlah mahasiswa UT dari tahun ke tahun.
Semoga keluar dari sini makin berkah hidupnya, apa yang diinginkan tercapai, dan yang pasti ilmunya bisa bermanfaat buat semuanya.
Tidak saja jumlahnya yang meningkat, komposisi mahasiswa pada saat ini didominasi oleh generasi milenial dan Gen Z. Untuk menjaga kualitas akademik, UT melibatkan BAN PT, Lembaga Akreditasi Mandiri, dan International Accreditation Bodies. Bahkan UT satu-satunya perguruan tinggi jarak jauh di Asia yang secara sukarela dan berkala mengundang ICDE untuk mereview semua layanan di UT. Kita ingin memastikan bahwa layanan yang diberikan telah memenuhi kaidah-kaidah dan standar kualitas yang diberikan oleh perguruan tinggi jarak jauh terkemuka di dunia. Pada tahun ini, jumlah program studi yang ditawarkan berjumlah 47 yang dikelola 4 fakultas dan sekolah pasca sarjana. Kantor UT daerah yang tersebar di seluruh wilayah Indonesia dan di luar negeri memastikan layanan pendidikan dapat dinikmati oleh semua tanpa terkecuali, termasuk mereka yang tinggal di wilayah terpencil, terluar, dan tertinggal, serta di luar negeri.
Mungkin harus menunggu puluhan tahun atau ratusan tahun untuk membangun kampus di tempat ini. Puji Tuhan, dengan adanya UT, saya bisa kuliah meskipun saya tinggal di tempat yang amat terpencil seperti ini.
Tanah airku tidak kulupakan, kan terkenang selama hidupku. Biarpun saya pergi jauh, tidak akan hilang dari kalbu.
Meskipun saya TKI di Hong Kong, saya tetap bisa kuliah di UT. Setelah jadi sarjana, saya akan pulang dan menjadi entrepreneur yang tangguh.
Meskipun kaki ini jauh melangkah hingga kutub utara, saya tetap memilih belajar di kampus tercinta Universitas Terbuka.
UT menyalawi.
Dengan semangat 4 dasawarsa, UT hadirkan pendidikan berkualitas tanpa batas.
Engkau ku banggakan.
Mr. Yasir, do you attend this session? Hello?
Ya, halo, halo.
Yes, your voice is clear. Thank you, Mr. Yasir. How are you, Mr. Yasir?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I am doing very great. It seems that your connection, Mas Chris, not quite good, yeah?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
at
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Mr. Yasir. Can we start today? The session now?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes, Mas Chris.
Mr. Yasir, are you good connection? You're very loud.
Halo, Mas Chris. Okay, so can I start right now? Still mute, Mas. You're still mute, okay.
I'm sorry. Mr. Yasir, maybe I want to say thank you first for you and everyone. Okay. Today we will listen to presentation from Mr. Yasir. Mr. Yasir is as the director of UT Medan. Thank you for your guys and Mr. Yasir to attending this session today. Especially for Mr. Yasir as the speakers in today's sessions. So, what are we going to discuss today, Mr. Yasir?
We are going to talk about
Sorry, Mr. Yasir.
everything. Now, or
maybe,
have with the other persons?
Oh, yes. But I'm sorry, Mr. Yasir, I can accompany you until the end. Maybe later it will be continue with Miss Ria. Miss Ria as a lecture because now I have training. Okay. Maybe I want to say about welcome speech first, Mr. Yasir, before you presentation. Okay, thank you. Guys, Mr. Yasir, welcome today to we dive into the topic that is essential for anyone looking to communicate effectively. About how to deliver a great presentation in English. Whether you are a student, a professional, or someone who simply wants to improve their communication skills, mastering presentation in English open doors to opportunities and strengthens your confidence in English. Today we will cover key aspect that makes presentation stand out about structuring your content, using clear and impactful language, and engaging with your audience effectively. Remember, a great presentation isn't just about sharing information, it's about telling a story that resonates with your listeners. Okay, thank you for being here, and let's get started. Mr. Yasir, time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Chris. Do you hear my voice clearly or still have some pause or something? Or is it clear enough? Is it
Yes,
my
clear,
sound clear? Can you
clear,
hear
clear
my
sound.
voice clearly? Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
clear.
Yeah. Okay, now, can you see the slide?
Yes.
You can give, okay. Okay, we can start right now. Thank you very much, Mas Chris. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. To the club. Welcome to the public financial accounting study program, Universitas Terbuka. Welcome to the club, to the English club. My name is Yasir Yadi. It is my honor to share, present a good presentation in English. So we will try to share the experience about how to present some paper or anything in English. So to make the introduction for everyone, so I think that there are so many, around 18 students who come to this club. And I saw some of the students from UT Medan, so welcome to this club. I think this is first time you join to this club. I entered the club with Ibu Ratna, Mrs. Ratna invited me, asked me to share about this English club. It's very good and very positive environment. So my name is Yasir Yadi. Currently, I am in Universitas Terbuka Medan, and it is very fun and very good for me to share many things, especially about presentation to all of you. So we can start right now, and I think through this media, I don't want to speak in one way. So I would like to ask the audience, students, and everyone who can maybe not only discuss, I would like to ask you to practice. So I will, at the end of this presentation, I will ask one or two volunteers to say or to present something in English. So I want to practice. This is not only the club for me to share anything about I know, so I will ask all of you, maybe the following, or you want to share your ideas, your thoughts, or everything. So come to the first slide. To prepare the presentation, of course, at the beginning, you have to prepare the slides in advance. The most important thing, if you want to prepare the slides, you have to know what is the exact time that you have until your presentation. For example, in this English Cup, I only have 60 minutes including question and answer. So in this opportunity and more discussion, so we can make some anything that we can share about practice and many things. So the most important thing is that before you prepare the slides in advance, and then after you finish to prepare your slides, maybe you have to share with your friends to make sure that there is a typos or one of your friends asked, maybe you have to put some pictures, video, diagrams, or many things. So we have to some editors to see is it our slide quite good enough, or we have to add or reduce more. So when you are done, you have to read them again. So once again, whenever you finish with your stuff and your slides, before you present your paper, you have to read it like very instantly. So I only prepare about 30 minutes. After I finish making these slides, I have to read again to make sure that everything in the slide is already done or already perfect. And you have to check, is it their animation, their sound, their picture, their position, the color, and anything perfect fitly with your slides. So the point in this English talk that I would like to share to everyone is what makes a good presentation, especially in English. So being a presenter or being present something is quite difficult, but it's a process actually. If you do many presentations, maybe you, you are to present something and you have a bridge. So leverage entrance to know your audience. Is it students? Is it your friends? Is it your teachers? Is it your lecturers? Is it your supervisors? Or is it your boss? You have to make a pathway or a bridge to a good introduction. Because there is a saying that first impression is everything. So you have to impress at the first time with your friends or with your partners. And after the introduction, the conclusion. So a good conclusion will sum up the main points of your presentation and to ensure that your audience has understood. That is the point. It is a waste if you talk many things. So I think you have to make a good introduction and also good conclusion to make sure the bridging within the body, from the introduction, the body, and conclusion, your audience understand what are you talking about, what are you going to say, what are you going to emphasize about presentation or about anything that you want to share. So this is whenever you make a PowerPoint, you have to make it a point. So it's named PowerPoint. It's not a power sentence. It's not a paragraph. So the meaning of PowerPoint that you have, and do not too many animations, maybe distracting, especially if you are art students, and the content of the slides should be reinforced and you are making in your talk. So you don't have to make your audience don't understand or your audience do not know what you're talking about. So whenever you construct a PowerPoint, I saw many students or lecturers put all the text in the slide. That is useful because in PowerPoint means that you have to make a point and you have to make a point in the point. So you have to interpret yourself based on the point, not on the sentence, not on the paragraph, not on the picture, whole picture, or anything like that. So it's called point because you have to make the point itself. Many students use the power sentence or power paragraph, so that is not the necessary. So after constructing the PowerPoint, If you have no, you do not write word for word that you will be saying. So we don't have to type or write anything, everything, and you have to read because you are in speech. So you will end up ready to make pictures or sounds or words from your mind, and keep your head and chin up. You will appear confident. So do not make a note or do not make far from your audience or something like that. So if it's online or offline presentation, you have or you to make sure the technical system is not a problem for your presentation. So I suggest that do not read from your notes everything. So you have make a point, and you don't have to write every word that you want to say to your audience. Now, eye contact is it's online. I can see all the participants here because some of the participants do not open their camera. So in an offline presentation, you have to look your audience. You have to show your confidence. You have to try to looking the heads of your audience. So that it appear that you are looking at your audience clearly. So it is very important to make an eye contact with your partners, with your students, to make sure that they really know or they really understand what are you going to ask, what are you going to say, and what are you going to do. If the audience seems not quite really catch you at all, you can make a pause, or you can continue later on with your presentation. So make sure your audience still with you, and make sure your audience is with you. So you don't have to talk everything that your audience don't know or don't catch up with you later on. So after the eye contact, to make a good presentation, you have to speak clearly. So speak loudly so that the people at the back of the room can hear you. That is the problem if you not use a microphone whenever you have a large audience. You have to speak louder. For example, I have a presentation when around 400 or 500 students, and accidentally the electricity is off, so I have to speak in bahasa very loudly. So I think it is very unfortunately for you if you are not have a microphone in with the large audience. And imagine that you are speaking to a person you know at the back of the room, and slow down. So I really, some of the presenters that I heard that they speak very fast. So some students cannot catch up clearly if you're talking too fast, and just make it slow down. Do not rush in your presentation to make sure that your student audience or your audience really understand and know or everything that you ask or everything that you get or everything that you want to say. And then for the language, to make a presentation, you have to use formal English when addressing your audience. Do not use slang language. And for example, good afternoon, everyone. A very good morning. We are here to discuss. We would like to tell you about. So it's not formal occasion, you talk in a slang language. So use a formal English because it's quite different if your audience is your boss, your supervisor, your teachers, or your lecturers. So it's important to make a formal one rather than a slang language one. Okay, next, we are going to find the helpful tools. So sometimes you can use flashcard in your presentation to help you remember some points. Flashcard can make a cue card. Cue card means like a symbols, pictures, diagram, video, or something to make you stay focused and allow you to present in a clear and organized order. So it is helpful if you want to make some additional in like flashcard, like pictures, diagram, or anything like that. And some, the important thing that visual must be clear. So you cannot put audience, and you have to remember that they cannot be small. You have to make it medium or bigger. So you can use helpful tools in your presentation. Now, we come to preparing the presentation. As you might know, everyone, the presentation structure and goals depends on the three things. The first one is opening, the second one is body, and the last one is closing. When opening, you have to get attention with your audience. In body, you have to explain everything that you would like to ask to your students, or you want to share to your students or your audience. And for the closing, you have to call to the action. What do you want to sum up, or what do output for the students can get for the information in your presentation? So that three things, the structure of presentation that you have to know, and you have to fulfill everything from opening, body, and closing. You cannot make it on body and closing. You cannot only opening and body, but you do not closing. And you just not opening and closing without the body. So it's useful. So you have to make three stages, three structures from opening comes to the body. And at the end, you have to close to sum up the conclusion. And for the presentation, of course, you have to practice, practice, and practice, because practice makes you perfect, and it gives a practice talk to general audience. So that is a good thing for you if you want to know, or you want to more get the larger audience. You have to practice. With a small audience, you have to more practice, and it's not quite different between small or large audience. Okay. Next, yeah, you have to practice to the general audience, and then you have to practice talk with the audience of expert, for example, like this, and time your presentation and speed up the effect caused by the nervousness. Sometimes you blank, nervous, mumble, or you don't know what to say. So it's a normal thing, but you have to practice to make it easier for you to present your paper in simultaneously. And always assume technology will fail you. Have a backup. For example, if there is the electricity off or something, or some people don't know how to use the literate of the computer, you have to have backups for your friends or for your ICT man to help you to do the technology. Okay, and in delivering the talk, of course, you have to be enthusiastic. You don't have to be bored. If you're not too enthusiastic, so the audience, of course, will sleep, will talk to the others, and they do not engage with you. So you have to be patient and make eye contact. If you are in offline class, with the offline room with your audience, you have to see one by one your audience to make sure that they pay attention with yourself. And then you have to identify a few nooders. Yeah, if they understand, they can nooders and speak to them. And watch for the questions instead of prepare or regress or brush off when they're irrelevant. So you have to know if they understand or they don't know, they can ask some questions. And you have to answer, have to expect, is it the audience positive or negative? So, yeah. Next, for delivering the talk, you can point at the screen on not the computer. So you can put the screen on the computer to make sure that the audience really know, like this. Screen of the computer. This is the screen. So you know the point, what are you talking, and do not read directly from the PPT or your notes. You have to expand more. You have to explain more. What are you going to say with your friends or your colleagues, and also from your PPT. Have the spill for the first couple of slides memorized in the case if you go blank. So sometimes it's human. It's really normal if you blank, if you're nervous, if you don't know what to do or you don't know what to say. Maybe you can catch up with the clue or with the cue card or with the symbol or something to make you memorize what are you going to say. And you have to finish in time. For example, I only have 60 minutes, so I have to finish before that time, and I don't want to make it more than that time. So we have to finish in time to make sure that audience really know. We can expand the discussion after the presentation or after the class. So for handling questions, of course, whenever you present presentation, so you have to make a different types. You have handle accordingly with the need clarification. You have to make sure that you know the questions and you have to answer correctly. And then you have to suggest something really helpful. If you want to engage in vicious dialogue also, you have to know to show that she or he is better than you. This is the type of handle accordingly. So you have to anticipate if there is questions, you can make some slides, you can type it in your slides, and don't let them hijack the talk or postpone or interrupt it or something like that. So you have to listen carefully and fully what are they going to ask, and then you have to answer briefly what are you want to say based on the questions. So in presenting, especially presentation in English, so you have to know how can I get a better, can I talk very brilliant. So you have to observe other students or teachers. You can see or imitate which is good presentations ideas, and also you have to notice all the things that turn you off. You have to seek comments from friends and mentors. Sometimes your friends and also your mentors can give very positive comments and give a good infrastructure for you to make sure to make you more qualified for the next presentation. So you have to know which one your friends can make some positive point. So you have to get more for the next presentation to be better. So comment for your friends and also mentors is very helpful for you if you want to know what is your weakness, or you have to put some more improvement in which part. So for the good presentation, to listen, not only for the presenter, we also come to the listener. If you are a listener, you have to pay attention. So do not distract the reader, and not in agreement. If you really agree or you really understand what they're talking about, sit comfortably. Do not make a rush. You do not make some gestures that really make not ease for the presenters or something. And sometimes you have to smile, of course. You don't have to be very bored for the presenter and you do not give some smiles or something. Do not giggle, do not make a sound or talk or make inappropriate comments to the presenter. So you don't know what is the presenter preparing for the presentation. So you have to make a positive comment. If you don't know, you can ask more about anything. And you have to wait until the end, and at the end, you can ask questions. Otherwise, if the presenter want to ask or want to say or want to take for the audience which one they are going to talk, it is common for you if you want to say or ask something for the audience. Okay, wait. Yeah, sorry. Okay, we'll continue. And then you can some smiles and also do not giggle, and also wait at the end of the ask the questions. The next. So you have to prepare to peer assess if there is assessment, and you also be prepared to ask questions about what you have heard. So if you don't heard anything or you don't understand what they are talking about, you can ask to repeat, or you can ask for the audience to which one or what they want to ask you about something. And also you have to prepare to answer question about what you have heard. So based on this stage, we will learn many things about any Now, introduction and how to be a good presenter. So there are 3P here. 3P, first one is planning. So you have plan everything that you want to do, and you have to prepare everything that you want to do, and you have to practice everything that you want to do. So planning, prepare, and practice is really important for you if you are going to present something. If you're not planning everything, if you're not prepare everything, if you're not practice for the presentation, of course the presentation will be very boring, and the presentation will be not quite good for the audience, and they really don't get the message that you are present about anything. So to plan, prepare, and practice for a good presentation, you have to know the first one is who are the audience? Which one is your audience? Is it students? Is it your supervisors? Is it your boss or anything? So you have to know your audience. You have to know what are you going to know, what they want to share, and why are they here. For example, in this English club, so the audience may be students, maybe lecturers, maybe some of these people out there. And what will they want to know? They want to know about anything that I want to share about a good presentation in English. And why are they here? Because they want to share, they want to learn, they want to listen. That I would like to share about a good presenter, especially to present in English. So you have to plan, prepare, and practice. That is a good thing that you have to know to make sure that you are still in the track. Okay, next, some useful English phrases. So this is the most important thing that you want to know if you are learning English. So in this English club, I would like to share about some English phrase that you have to know. And after this, I want to make some of you maybe to make a practice to present or to say something in English, okay? Maybe I will point some students or lecturers to introduction or to say or to present something in English. Now here comes for the useful English phrases. So there are 3 tips. So I will give you some tips. This is the tips for a good English speech. The first one is clarity. Of course, you have to clear to make your impression. You have to make a good one to make sure that your audience really understand. You have to clear enough. You have to make your audience understand what are you going to say, what are you going to do, and what are you going to prepare the ideas. And then the pace, this is the speed. Speed means that you cannot speak very fast, so your audience do not catch you up. So you have to speak based on your audience. Is it a student, so you have to speak slowly? Or is it your supervisor, your boss? You have to speak clearly with the clarity. And the speed is not too fast. So whenever you speak too fast, so your students or your audience maybe cannot hear or cannot understand clearly what are you going to say. And the volume, of course, it is quite important for you if you use a right volume, not too high, not too low. So make it appropriate volume to make sure that your students really understand the important or the hearing from your sound. So here comes the content presentation phrases in English that I would like to share. The first one is welcoming. So everyone, so whenever you present a phrase in English, the first one in the opening, you have to welcoming or your audience. And after that, like Mas Chris doing before, introducing the speaker, welcoming, and then introducing the topic, what are the presenter would like to talk, and then the explanation of goals, what are you going to say or what are you going to do, and what is the structure, and then the starting point. And that is the end of the section. You have to make a pause, you have to make a section and conclusion and transition. So you make sure that every transition that you do is correctly with a good time and the appropriate time. And the next one is the reference to the starting point, to the source, graph, and image. If you use some graph or image in your presentation to make sure that the graph and image can see very clearly the visual, the color, the font is really quite good enough so everyone can see the graph and image and help you to present your presentation. And emphasize means that you have to make a power. You have to statement of what are you going to say. That is emphasizes. And then paraphrase using the other words. You can use the other words if you are going to talk or if you are going to say about anything. You can paraphrase with the other words. And then questions during the presentation. You can ask any questions so far, maybe for the audience, for the 19 audience, any questions that you want to ask, you can ask your audience if they want to ask something in the middle of the presentation or during the presentation. And then also you can ask questions at the end of the presentation to make sure the audience really understand, or is there anything that they want to ask about the materials. Okay, this is, okay, we're going to the next slide. Now here come for the welcoming. So in the welcoming, at the beginning of each presentation, you should welcome your audience. You say to welcome your audience to present your presentation, depending on who you are addressing. So who you address someone. And you should extend more or less formal welcome. So usually we can use good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, hello everyone. So this is one at the beginning of each presentation to opening some of presentation that you want to do. So usually we can say hi for maybe for Muslim, you can say Assalamualaikum, or the good example, you can, on behalf of company X, allow me to extend a warm welcome to you. This is the first section of opening. So at the beginning of each presentation, of course, welcoming is a very important part because that is the first impression. That is the first impression. Whenever the first impression, you have to make or to impress your audience to make sure they really know you, they can welcome you, they can ease with you, so they can catch you with the good presentation. So I think at the beginning, when you present something, especially in English, you can say the formal one, you can say good morning, afternoon, evening, depending of the time. And then you can say, ladies and gentlemen, hello, everyone. And if there is your supervisor, your boss, you can ask, you can say hi with your supervisor or anything like that. Okay. Now I'm going to the next slide, this one, introducing the speaker to like Chris doing before. So the level or formality of your welcome address will also apply to how you introduce yourself. So when you present also is the level is formality depend on yourself. You can apply with the introducing yourself. You can customize it with your audience. You can match it. For example, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is John Miller, and I am delighted to be here today to talk to you about how to present a good presentation in English. For example, that is for the opening for the speaker. Or first, let me introduce myself. My name is John Miller, and I am the position of Company X. Today, I would like to talk to you about presentation in English. So these things are the level of formality of your welcome to address to make sure how to you introduce yourself as opening. This is the first section, opening. So now I want to ask maybe some of the students here who come to this room in English Club. Maybe anyone can open your camera or microphone to say introduction for yourself. For example, you can say hi or use this example to address yourself to introduce someone when you are speaking with the other one for opening. Maybe anyone as volunteer want to say with the introduction the speaker? Selvia, maybe Devi, Ulan, are you there? Abdul? Siagian Faris, maybe? Is anyone still online right now? Can you open your camera? Or maybe Zahratun Nupus? Mbak Zahratun? Okay, maybe Devi. Hi, Devi.
Yes. Hi.
Yes, can you make it yourself introducing the speakers? For example, you can introduce anything that you would like to ask. Just a small one for the opening.
Okay.
Are you still working?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm introduce myself.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm working now.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
It's okay, no problem. Yes, just make like same like the example like in the slide, Devi. You can make the example from the slide. Yes.
Hello everyone. Introduce. I'm. My name is Devi Rizka.
Maybe you're working, your address, your hobby, or anything that you like.
Yeah. Okay. I'm working in the hospital. Now here at the time 11:46 a.m.
You are in Indonesia or somewhere?
I'm in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, you're in Saudi Arabia. Ahlan wa sahlan. Assalamualaikum. Okay. So you're working in hospital.
It's yeah, in hospital. Sometimes here we talk English and mixed with Arabic like that.
Okay. So whenever you talk with your patients, doctors, you can use English and you can use Arabic.
Yeah, sometimes like that because not too much people here understand English well.
Okay. Have you present something before in English or in Arabic, Devi?
Yes, only I know before in high school only, but I'm not everyday talk about English or Arabic. If Arabic, I'm not talk, but I understand what people say to me.
Okay, you have a passive one, so you understand what they are talking about, and you have to talk really actively with your doctors, patients, or administrators to say what do you want to say or what do you want to do. Okay, thank you, Devi. Enjoy your work and have a wonderful day. It's 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. morning in Saudi?
No, 11:47 minutes.
Okay, so enjoy your work and have a wonderful day in hospital, Devi. Thank you for coming and for introduction. Okay, next, maybe anyone who wants, maybe 2 or 3 students want to do some introduction, the speakers. Selvia, Siagian, Natasha, anyone? Abdul, Sonia, Alda, maybe? Alda, are you there? Alda? Okay, Alda.
Yes, sir.
I know you are there, so maybe you can make some introduction about yourself to the speaker about yourself, Alda.
Yes. First thing first, hi guys. My name is Alda Nazwarehani. I'm a student of Universitas Terbuka Medan. I'm in my 3rd semester. I major in English literature. The reason why I chose this major because I love English since I was in my elementary school. So yeah, here I am, and I'm the one of awardee of scholarship CSR in 2023. So yeah, that's me. It's been a nice to talking to you guys, to talking to Mr. Yasiriadi. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. That was very wonderful, Alda. You present yourself as an opening very, very good. Okay, thank you, Alda from UT Medan,
Thank you,
yeah.
sir.
Yes, next maybe? Okay, Daria, it's okay. If you're still working, you can activate the, okay, no problem. Maybe the other one, maybe the last one or two students, Nur Hidayah, maybe Sekar, Ulan, Menggigi Toda, maybe? Or Siagian, I saw many Bataknis people in Panjaitan and Nasution here. So if you want to, anyone maybe? Zaratun? Oh, Zaratun already. Fanny, maybe Fanny, Fauzia, Natasha, Anissa. Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Okay, yes. Natasha, maybe. Can you introduce yourself in English as an opening? Natasha.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Natasha Puspita. Currently, I am working at in one of company in Jakarta. I'm from Jakarta, and right now I'm majoring in accounting.
Okay, have you presentation in English before, Natasha?
Not yet. I think this is my first time.
Okay, good. Are you the owner of Natasha Skincare?
I hope so, but
you
it's
hope
not
so.
me.
Okay. Thank you, Natasha. You have a very good
Thank
opening.
you, sir.
Yes. Okay, this is some of the introduction. Whenever you want to speak, you want to share everything. You have to you have to put yourself as a speaker. You have to welcoming everyone, and you have to make it enthusiastic. Thank you for the participants who already talk about the introduction. Okay, we come for the next topic. Yeah. So, okay, wait, sorry. Yeah, this is the last slide that I would like to share to everyone. After this, we can have questions and answer from all of you. Whenever you introduction the topic in a presentation, the first one is after the welcome, the address, and the introduction of the speakers, you have to come to the presentation of the topics. The first thing that you have to know that you have to make sure and manage your time. If you only have 30 minutes, maybe you cannot make it 40 slides. So you have to after manage your time, you have preparation, you have planning, and you also have to do some practice. That is the point whenever you want to make a good presentation. So for introduction to the topic, some of the phrases that I already told you before, here are some useful introductory phrases. So this is only for the first section as an introduction. Maybe for the body and conclusion, we are going to have into the other section for maybe for the next week or the next 2 weeks. For example, for introduction, the topic, you can say, today I am here to talk to you about, so you can make it emphasize in about, and you want to share what are you going to talk or what are you going to share, or what I am going to talk about today is, you are going to use the other phrases. Or I would like to take this opportunity to talk to you about blah, 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 and something. And I am delighted to be here today to tell you about everything. So I want to make you a short presentation about, and I'd like to give you a brief breakdown of. So the first one, you make introduction about yourself, about the speaker, about what are you going to say. So you can say the first one is about good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, assalamualaikum, or anything as a bridging for the opening. And then you make the introduction. After you do your introduction to tell you who you are, what are you going to do, what are you going to share, and then you come to the topic. After you talk to the speaker, talk to the topic. In the topic, you can say, what are you going to say? For example, today, I am here to talk to you about how to be a good presenter in English. So this is the simple one. You make an introduction and then come to the body. And after that, at the end, you come to the conclusion. Maybe body and conclusion will split up into the next meeting. So I think this is the end of my presentation, everyone. The point is here to sum up, to conclude. Whenever you make a speech or presentation, first the clarity, the pace, and also the volume. That is the important thing. And this one, plan, prepare, and practice. To make a good presentation, you have to plan what are you going to say, how many slides do you want to use, how many time do you want to manage, and prepare. You can read some sources and anything. After you get your slide, you can practice to make a good presentation, to impress your audience, and to share your ideas to the other person. So I think that is the end of my presentation. I would like to open if there is any questions, comments, suggestions, or anything that you want to ask in this topic. Maybe anyone? Yeah.
Yes.
You
Okay.
can
Thank you,
type
Mr.
that.
Yasir.
Okay. Yes.
We have one question in Chrome chat from Siagian Faris. Okay. Siagian Faris. Please open the audio.
James is very nervous, Mbak Ria, because the question is about nervousness.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe I can answer the chat because I already understand what is the questions. Okay, I will reread again the questions. Faris Siagian. Siagian is from Java. Oh yeah. I want to ask the very clear question to you, sir. I'm a person who can't make a deal with the camera every time I see it. I got very shy, nervous, don't know what to do. Yeah, it's a normal thing, Siagian. You don't have to be embarrassed. It's a normal. You are human. Because you are human, you can be sometimes shy, nervous, and you don't know what to do. It's a normal, okay? It's a normal. So you don't have to be afraid. And it will become a problem when I have to do the online presentation. Now come the problem. After you know it's normal, you have to, you understand that it's a problem. So what's the solution for this kind of problem? I need your suggestion. Okay. So, Siagian, there are some of techniques to decrease, not increase your nervousness. For example, it's a process actually. If you have a nervous, you have a blank, you don't know what to say, it's a normal thing, but you have to know, you have to practice, and you have to do what is the source of the problems, akar masalahnya, the source of the problems, why you get nervous. Is it because there are so many audience, or is it because you are present in your boss, in your supervisor, in your lecturers? You have to know first, that is the problem. Masalahnya apa? That is what is the problem. And after you know the problem, you have to practice. Now, before make a presentation, sometimes there are some tips that I used to do. For example, deep breathing. You make a deep breath to make you calm. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be hurry or something. Make a deep breathing to make you relax. That is the first technique, Siagian. So whenever I get nervous, I still get nervous when I want to make a presentation. So the first thing that I want to do is deep breathing. After I calm with relax myself, deep breathing, and I get the oxygen in my head and in my body, so I can think clearly. That is the first thing. And the second thing, sometimes you can use positive talk in your mind. So positive talk is really important whenever you want to do something. You have to make a positive, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. This whole pass. Ini semua pasti berlalu. This whole pass and I can do it. Kamu pasti bisa. Nah, with this positive talk, you can do presentation very great. And this nervousness, and you don't know what to do, you can do anything. And talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, talk to your supervisors or mentors in order you want to share anything that you want to ask. And the last one is, of course, you have to practice. If you practice more, it makes you perfect. But if you're not practice, it's very hard for you to do some presentation very great. So Siagian, nervous, shy is a normal, and you know the problem, and you have to encounter the problem. Jadi masalahnya sudah tahu, mau cari solve-nya apa. Nah, tadi cara-caranya. Some of the problems that you can encounter. And it's a process actually, Siagian. After that, from the first presentation, second presentation, fourth, fifth, and the next presentation, it will be make you more relaxed. So there are some technique tips. You can search it in YouTube or Google. You can Google it. So I do some deep breath, relaxing, and I can think clearly. So the nervous, the shy will go out from my mind. It's only in your mind, Siagian. Okay, yeah. Any other questions or comment, maybe, Maria, or for the other students?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Everybody, my name is Java. I'm a student at Terbuka. I have a question on how we grow confidence in speaking English. Are there any tips, sir? Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat the questions, Zaratan? How to what? Mbak Zaratan, can you repeat the questions?
How we grow confidence in speaking English. Are there any tips?
Oh, okay, confidence,
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. That is nervous and confidence is quite same actually. If you are nervous, you are not confident. If you offer confidence also, it's not quite good. So the question from Zarata Nufus, how to make good confidence for yourself to prepare or to talk in front of these friends. Of course, you have to focus, Zaratan. You have to know your skills, and you have to know your goals, and you have practice. So confidence comes when you practice very good, and if you do your practice, you don't have to be shy, and this the question is quite similar like a Siagian's. But whenever you know you practice a lot, you talk a lot, you share with your friends, you learn from YouTube how to be a good presenter, how to increase your confidence, decrease your nervous. There is many tips or trick. So you can get your confidence if you know your topic. If you don't know your topic, you cannot get your confidence. And then you have to practice. You will get your confidence. And you have to talk with your friends or your supervisor or mentor to make your really adequate with yourself. So my point is, make a positive things. Think that you can do your presentation very well, and the most important thing is you have to make some practice, because practice makes you perfect. Zahra Tunufus. Maybe that is my answer. Practice. Okay. Any questions?
Sure.
Okay, Nur Hidayah ya, Nur Hidayah. How to overcome stage fright when we want to perform in front of many people, even though we have memorized. Okay, you don't have to memorize, friends. Teman-teman, you don't have to memorize. If you memorize, whenever you blank, it's finished. You don't have to memorize everything. You have to make some point. Yeah. So Nur, I not recommend you if you memorize everything that you want to say. Just make it a point. Just make cue card. Just make a bullet point. You don't have to memorize all the materials, but when we are on the stage, everything suddenly disappears or goes black. So the question is quite same between nervous, confidence, blank. So first in first, that you have to feel yourself. Pahami dulu badan kita. Feel yourself. Is it you are in nervous? You are in relax? You are in don't want to say? It's a normal thing. Jadi teman-teman, hal ini adalah hal yang normal. It's a normal thing. If you get nervous, it's human. Itu manusia. But how do you encounter? Bagaimana mencegah? Encounter whenever you want to make your nervous, your blank. Yeah, you have to deep breath. Take a deep breath. And after that, do some positive thought. Because it's only in your mind. Teman-teman, it's only in your mind. Semua hal itu cuma ada di pikiran kita. If our mind can make a power. So I think the blank, the nervous, the confidence will be disappear. We will increase our confidence, but not too overconfidence. Ya, jadi we get the confidence, but not too confidence. Maybe for the blank and also nervous only on first until the third minutes, 1 until 3 minutes. After that, you can get ease with your audience. So the point is, teman-teman, the point is you have to make a practice to make you perfect, gitu ya. Zahratun, Nur Hidayah, Siagian, all of your questions is depend of the practice, planning, prepare. That is the 3P that I already shared in my slide. You have to practice, you have to prepare, you have to planning. So first plan and prepare and practice. Everything like a nervous, blank, confidence, it will come smoothly. I think that is the answer. Any other questions or comments, everyone?
Me, sir?
Yeah, Alda.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So my question is, can a moderator in a presentation be called as a presenter? Because as we know, the moderator briefly explains the material from the presenter. Even though we are enthusiastic, smiling broadly, sometimes there are some audiences, members who don't try to be active but pay attention. How do you make the entire audience, and what should we are as a moderator to do? Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm still mute my microphone. Okay. Siagian already sum up the conclusion of our questions and also comments. Thank you, Siagian, for catch up with the answer. So for all the questions, of course, you have to know what is the moderator roles. So the moderator task is to make sure the dialogue, the presentation, the speakers run smoothly. So the first thing, moderator should introduce the speakers, of course, and provide the overview. You have to know your topic, and you have to bridge. As a moderator, you have to bridge the topic between one speaker to the other speaker, and you have to make a conclusion, and you have to manage time. So Alda, whenever you want to be a moderator, you have stick to the time. Sometimes the speaker can speak 1 hour, 3 hours, or anything like that. So you have to make an introduction with the speaker. So you have to set the time. You can set the overview. And as a moderator, you can facilitate the discussion in question and also an answer. So the task as a moderator can make a bridging between the speakers, audience, and also the moderator itself. So you can try and practice being a good moderator. You can find in YouTube channel or in TikTok or in social media how to be a good moderator, Alda. So maybe that is my answer.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your answer.
Yes. Any other maybe questions or comments? Hello, everyone. Are you still there? I think yes. Yeah, Maria maybe, or anyone?
Enough, Mister.
Okay. So, can I close the club, or Maria or the other one who wants to close the club?
I am. Or
Yeah, maybe for conclusion, Maria, before you close the club. Okay, the first one, thank you for everyone for asking the question. I hope this presentation make you some insight to know how to be a good presenter. And thank you also, Siagian and the other, for make some tips. So you have to know, take a deep breath to make you relax, positive talk in your mind, and talk to your friends, lecture, and do the practice. Practice and practice, because practice makes perfect. And remember 3P: plan, prepare, practice. The three things is very important whenever you want to present something or you want to prepare something in English. So I think this is the end of my talk in English Club. Thank you very much for having me, everyone. And I hope I can see you again for the next season or meeting ya. So I give back to Mbak Ria. Mbak Ria, please.
Okay, say thank you to Mr. Yasir. Please clap on hand. Okay. Before this session will close lately, can you open the camera, guys? I will take screen capture, please. Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, Devi still in hospital and eating something.
Okay, you will count 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Wait. This one again. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Please wait. Okay. Mr. Yasir, thank you for sharing your knowledge, Mr. Hope you are always healthy. And now our event is over. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Yasir. See you in second session on next week. Keep healthy and see you. See you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day. See you again. Okay, thank you, Mbak Ria.
See you, Mr. Yasir.
Okay.
Thank you. Keep healthy.
Thank you. Yes.